Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I am just sitting having a rest. I'm busy knitting Derek's cardigan. So I've been out in my garden and I've cut all three of my lawns. Very large one in the back, smaller one at the top of my patio, and a medium-sized one in the front garden. Because he really needed cutting and I was sick. I was backwards and forwards that many times, emptying the grass box about every third time around the thing because the grass had got that high. And it took me, I think it was nearly 2 hours. I started at 11:45 and it was 1:30 when I had finished. Took me longer than it normally takes me because of the length of time I was having to keep emptying the grass box, and so I needed a rest. So I've come in, I'm having a cup of tea. It's now 1:45. I haven't had any lunch yet. I'm going to make a sandwich after I've done this because I just wanted to get that done and then sit and have a rest, and then I thought I'll do a video and let you know what I've been doing today. And I went out earlier this morning because I had a knitting pattern to post to someone, and as the last post on my post office was 11 o'clock in the morning, the post box on my estate at 7 o'clock in the morning. It was a bit too early, that. So I thought if I catch the one at the post office, I have a little bit shopping to do as well, so I'll get out before 11, so it'll be picked up this morning. So that's what I did. I went out and I was going to go up to Home Bargains. I wanted sweets for the kids for tomorrow because they're all a little bit cheaper there and I haven't got any left. I usually get them for the last a couple of weeks, and every couple of weeks I go up. So I thought I'd go up today, up to Home Bargains. So like I said, I decided I'd go up to Home Bargains, and that's all I go up there for really, is the sweets for the kids because they're cheaper. But you know, I could spend that much on petrol, so it shouldn't really matter where I go for the sweets. But so I do like to have a look at what else I have in the shop when I'm up there as well, and see what wool and that for, because I do have some nice wool and that there. Not that I need any, but anyway, I drove up there. There's a big roundabout, and I go all around the roundabout and down. That goes to Home Bargains. But if I want to go into Killingworth Shopping Centre, I go on the other side of the roundabout and go in that way, because there are Poundland and a lot of other shops, Morrison's and that there. But Home Bargains is just by itself down the bottom. It's, I think, Madeline round the corner. So that's where I go, and there's a lot of little bays there. The car park is like little bays for parking, about 4 cars on one side, maybe 5 on the other, and a lot of little bays. So I went into one of those little bays to park, and I got out of the car, and there was already one car on one side of me. There was a space on the other side and a car further down. There was only 4 spaces on my side, and I'm looking, I thought, oh, I'm a little bit too far over. If somebody wants to come and park in that other space, I haven't left them, a lot of room for. So I thought I'll get back in, I'll reverse back out again and move over a little bit, because it's not nice, not leaving when there's plenty of room on the other side, for not leaving a good space for people getting in and out. So anyway, I got in, back in the car, and I looked all around. There was nothing coming around the corner from where you come from the other bay. There was nothing coming anywhere. So I started reversing out, and all of a sudden, bump. And when I looked, there was this great big red massive car. It was one of them high ones with massive wheels it had. And I had hit it. Had bumped. It was just a light bump. I stopped at the minute I felt that bump. And it was a woman driver. She gets out. I want your car number. There you are, pet, in the back of the car. Your name and your telephone number. I says, hey, there's no need to be like that. I told her what my name is, and I gave her my telephone number. And she says, I was looking at a car, looking at my car and looking at her car. There was a little bit of a scuff on my car. I would say about the size of my finger, the length of my finger, a little bit scuffed where the paint was sort of scuffed. That's all there was on my car. Her car, it was on the front wheel, and there was quite a lot of damage around the radial part. There were massive, great big tyres. There was quite a lot of damage around that wheel. And I thought, the damage that's on my car, I would have thought there would have been a lot more damage than that on my car for what was on. Wasn't a lot of damage on hers. It was just the scuff mark, unless the wheel was moving as it, I don't know. But anyway, she was very nasty. And then I'm thinking to myself, I was halfway out of that spot when I actually stopped the car when I had bumped into her, and I thought, well, I know it's classed as the person who's reversing, it's classed as their fault when you have an accident like that. But that looked very suspicious to me. And I never seen her, I don't even know where she came from. And then I'm looking at that mark on her car. It looked like there was more damage on there than what my car had done. It looked to me like she'd had some damage before, and I was putting it down to my car. It'd just be my suspicions, I don't know. But anyway, she took my car number and I gave her my name and my telephone number, and she said, if you don't hear from me, she says, if I can get it off with tea cut, you'll not hear from me. Otherwise, I don't know what she's going to do, whether it's going to be through the car insurance or what. And she never asked for my insurance details or anything like that. And I thought, if she does want me to pay cash, I want to see the bill before I pay her anything for what she's supposed to have done. So that's what she said. If I don't hear anything from her, it's because the tea cut's taking it off. But, it's one of those days when you shouldn't have got out of bed, Sheila. So anyway, after that, I thought, well, I'll go in Home Bargains, I'll get the sweets and things for the kids and anything else. Goes in to get the trolley, and I didn't have £1 to put in the trolley. So I went back to the car because I have a coin that I use for the trolleys, which I forgot to get. So I went back to the car looking for the coin. I thought, oh God, I had my jacket on the last time I was out, and I put that coin in my pocket. I haven't got it there. And I didn't have £1 worth of change in my purse. I had some coins, but it wasn't enough for £1. So I asked one or two people coming in. I only had a £5 note. That was the other smallest I had. And I asked one or two people, and nobody had change of the £5. So I thought, I'm not walking in. I would have to walk all the way into the shop and that, to the checkout things and that. And I thought, oh, the hell with it. I'm just going to drive up to the Killingworth Centre part and go into there and go into Poundland and get the sweets and things in there. At least I don't have to pay for the trolley thing and up there. Not a lot more careful when I park up there as well. But it's a much bigger car park, and it's a lot easier for parking. So that was that. So then I came home and I thought, that was when I thought, I'm going to get my grass cut. It's a lovely day. It's lovely and warm. And as you can tell, it's warm because I've had to take my cardigan off again. I had my new cardigan on today, and it felt heavier and far too warm. I think it's just the weather myself, and I think I was sweating because I was getting a bit annoyed about that woman. Like, if I'd had some sort of accent like that, I mean, I was nice enough. I wasn't arguing with her or anything. I didn't mind. I never admitted anything. But I wasn't arguing with her or anything. I was just agreeing, giving her what she asked for. There was no need for her to be the way she was. But anyway, I came home and started doing what I done in my garden. I'm having a rest now. And this is Derek's. I'll turn it round. That's what I did yesterday from that stitch marker up to there, and I've just picked it up and just started. I'm going to go back out in my garden again and pull a few weeds out for about an hour, because there are a lot of really high weeds. Then once you can pull out, come out the soil easy. I'm going to get some of them out first. So I'm just doing a little bit knitting while I'm doing the video. So that's the marker, how much I had done. I always put the marker, I keep moving the marker up so I know exactly how much I've done. So I move that marker up to here, because I've just knitted across one row and onto the second row. So I'm just doing a little bit of Derek's while, because this is the time I would be doing his anyway, while I'm sitting talking here, or should I say sitting ranting. I seem to have a lot of rants these days, like. So I thought I'll get a little bit more of the right side. This is the second side, second front of Derek's that I'm doing. So I'll get a little bit more of that done, and then put that down anyway, and I'll show you what else I'm doing. And this is a little cardigan. I have 2 baby cardigans and a baby blanket to do for a lady who's a daughter's expecting a baby. I think she said it's the 23rd of June. So I thought, I better get a move on with these. Instead of doing my own knitting of a night time, I'm doing these ones. That's what I'm doing. Well, this is the first size. She asked for a pink rosebud one, the first size. And that's what I'm doing, this one. But I'm also doing a tutorial for this one, because I already have a tutorial for this size. But I'm getting 1 or 2 complaints from people who either they don't understand 1 or 2 things. They're not mistakes, or 1 or 2 things I have missed out. When I started the tutorial the first time on this one, I think it's number 54 on my Sheila's Just Knitting. It was an afterthought when I did the tutorial, and I'd already knitted about this far up to the second rosebud up here. So when I started the tutorial, I already had that bit done, but I did explain that I cast on 95 stitches and that I knit 6 rows in the 1x1 rib, and then I explained that I knit 4 rows and then started the rosebud. So I was onto this rosebud here. So this rosebud here is exactly the same as that one there. So I was explaining what I was doing on that rosebud. That would explain that one. And then the next one I did would explain that one. Well, somebody complained, the last complaint I've seen on, and she's saying, I thought it was a full tutorial, but she hasn't started it. Like, I've started in the middle of it, but... And I've had 1 or 2 other... They're just little things. There's an awful lot of people have knitted this and had no trouble whatsoever. They've went through it, and even if they did have any trouble, I've usually sent the PDF to them. If they ask me for the PDF, I've sent the PDF to them. But some people, they just can't help complaining. So I am doing this again from the very start, showing exactly what I'm doing from the rib and then the pattern and all that. And that was how much I did last night. In the time I would have been knitting my own cardigan. That's when I'm doing it. So I've got it ready to start the dividing, because this is done, the back and the 2 fronts are all done in one. And then I'm going to show how to divide the stitches for the left front, the back and the right front. Or is that would be the right front? No, that'll be the right front there, the back, and then the left front. So that was as far as I got last night, and I couldn't do any more because I got so far, and as it was starting to get dark, I don't like to do the tutorials because I have to put them on my table in the back room, and once I put the light on, it casts shadows over what I'm doing, so I like to do it in the daylight. But it is staying light for quite a long time, so I'll be doing this probably from about 6 o'clock after I've had my tea. I'll start the tutorial again and do the... show the bits and pieces I can, and hope it stays light long enough to get what I have to do for the tutorial. The other bits I can just be knitting on, but Anyway, that's what I've done with that one. And the lady also wants a border lace. I have a border lace. I'm not sure, I don't think I've done a tutorial for that one before. So I will probably do a tutorial for that one as well. She wants that one in white. Then a baby blanket in pink and white, like a basket stitch one. So that's what I've been doing with that one anyway. And so I didn't get any done of my own. That's put on the burner to one side again until I get these ones. But these little ones don't take very long to knit anyway. And like I'm saying, when I did go up to Poundland, I did get a couple of balls of wool as well. I've done a little shopping haul thing. It's just a small one because it was only the few things I got today. But I saw this in Poundland. They're only 50-gram balls and it is £1 a ball. I wouldn't buy them normally, but I like these two colours because I can get like mixed colours like this in Home Bargains. I can't remember how much they are, but I think they're a lot cheaper than this, because that works out to £2 for 100 grams. But that kind of wool is expensive anyway, and I thought these would be nice for doing the notion pouches, like, because they're all the different colours in it. I just like the colours in it, and that's what I thought of them for, the notion pouches. Where I might have to do some more of those, because I'm doing those to sell when I get a chance to do the crochet, that is. But I'm having a drink of my tea as well. So that's just a little bit to let you know what I've been up to and what I've been doing with my car and what I shouldn't have done with my car and why I shouldn't have got up this morning. And anyway, thumbs up and subscribe. I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.